Hello and welcome to MGP248. I'm Kev, and with me as ever, there's Sheepdog, Anna and Pab. Say hello, boys and girls.
Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, everybody.
I didn't think the other two had turned up then.
No, I was waiting.
They don't usually, do they?
How many games you played this week, Sheepdog?
Yeah. I'm playing one right now.
Yeah. Simpsons Tap Tap doesn't count anymore.
No, but Score Hero does. No, the reason I haven't really played anything new is because I just started doing all the little sidey bits in FF15 again, and I don't really want to talk about it.
Why?
The legitimate reason was I just thought it wouldn't be very interesting, but the other reason is it's just blooming hard. I didn't get anywhere. I just wasted time because it's hard.
I don't understand computers. This is just confusing me now.
Oh, yeah.
Who wants to fix my computer for me?
Mr. Computer Science Man.
Yeah, well, this is telling me that I've got 65 gigabytes worth of apps and games on my C drive. I click on that, sort by size. I've got 7 gigs worth of Football Manager, Photoshop and Premiere Pro, which is another 2.5 gig, and then nothing else. Well, there's a load of stuff that's like 50 megabytes. So where
sure, it's
on
not
earth?
Windows. Have you not got a really big Windows install or something?
What, like 45 gig?
I don't know. I'm not a calculator.
Well, that's exactly what you were. Thought you were the calculator. This is stupid. I don't understand the world. I'm going to write a letter to Bill Gates and ask him to sort my computer out.
I wonder how many people do that per year.
I'm going to do it now. I think it needs to. What is a hibernation file, and why do I need 6 gigs worth of it?
That doesn't sound great.
That's for in the winter.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
You need them extra files. You need for storage.
I see.
In the winter, you need them extra files. They're there for you.
Oh, well,
hibernation files.
Problem solved. Everyone go about your business.
Well, what are you on?
Turned it off.
Premiere Pro auto saves every video I edit.
Oh, jeez. No wonder it's full. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I actually don't understand how it's taken this long to become a problem.
Isn't that good in a way? Can't you just back that all up somewhere and have
it all? Problem solved.
There you go.
Don't need all that nonsense. Those videos are already on the internet. What do I need with them now?
Yeah, you're not going to re-edit them, are you?
If you want them again, you just re-download them.
Exactly.
But what if YouTube disappears?
Sheepdog, it's just too late for that now. There's nothing we can do about that at this point. That's worrying. It's now saying I've got 120 gig free on that drive. What have I just done?
Oh,
that can't be true. That can't be true because Football Manager's still there because I'm still playing it. And presumably Windows is still on here because I'm still using it. I'm so confused. I need a different degree. They need to give me a different degree. I'll have a degree in beard growing or something.
Are you sure you haven't just partitioned it?
I don't know what that means.
I do
know what it means, but I'm pretty sure I haven't done it.
You're pretty sure, or you are sure?
Well, I didn't ever deliberately do it, and it doesn't look partitioned. So, well, if anyone wants to come and fix my computer for free, I still can't save the Photoshop thing I was trying to save because apparently my drive is full, even though this stupid thing says it's empty. Oh, I'm just going to smash it. Anna, I need a new computer.
No, you don't.
I do. I need it for YouTube.
No, you don't. Well, then I'm moving out then.
Can I have the other computer then?
You can have what you want. I'll move out.
We'll see. I thought none of this was recording. I thought none of this gold was recording then, but that was just a sound check that's only 12 seconds long. That's all right. Other than my computer being a disgrace, everyone else all right? Good week, all that small talk stuff.
It's been okay. Had some issues.
A bit quick.
Quick is good, surely.
I wish it would go quick. It's going so slow. But that's because I am desperately in need of a new game.
Yeah.
And when do you get a new game?
The 1st of March.
What game's that?
Horizon Dawn.
Never heard of
They
it.
bloody pushed my South Park game back, didn't they?
Yeah, next year apparently. Well, before next April.
Which is a load of poo, because it means now I've got to wait until Mass Effect comes out, and they'll probably cancel that for some reason.
But Mass Effect's only like a month away now.
So you say?
I think it will. I don't think they made such a big deal about it if it wasn't
South
coming
Park
out.
only meant to be a month away.
Is it just that I don't pay attention anymore, or have they not been making much fuss about Mass Effect anywhere?
You've not been around. They've made fuss of it everywhere. I see this
Like a
stuff
big
every
fuss?
day.
I've not seen any adverts on the telly or anything.
No, no.
You don't really watch telly though, do you?
I see plenty of adverts when I'm watching my Arrow programs on the iPad.
Yeah, but they don't really do it until really near the release. There's no point doing it over a month before it comes out. It comes out the 23rd of March. We're only on the
You
10th.
say that, but I feel like the Lego Batman movie has been advertised at me for the past year.
Yeah, but that's a movie. That's not a game.
Yeah, but Mass Effect is the AAA-est of AAA games, surely. I'd expect that to be everywhere for months before.
But then Horizon's brand new, and I see that everywhere, so you can't really say that. And movies are different anyway.
Well, they shouldn't be. Because gaming, could learn a lot from that. Movies cost more money and have more people involved and cost less.
Got to think about it. It's Batman. So the licenses they've got Lego, they've got Batman, they've got. I guess they have other superheroes in it. So they've got all that to fall back on. Whereas games, it's not a smaller. What's the word? I can't think of the word.
Anyway, game companies are stupid. So Pab's apparently played loads this week, has he?
That doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't mean. No, I haven't, but I have played some more games.
Have you? You just keeping it very close to your chest, are you? I've played some games. Exactly. What's it to you, sheepdog? Keep your beak out.
Right. Okay. So, 4 in February progress report. I haven't finished any yet. After 1 week.
Wow.
But I am 8 hours into Doom now. Levels now the levels that I'm playing now take over an hour to play, just one single level. But I feel like I'm nearing the end of that level, that game in general. And I really do like it. It's so good. It's such a good shooter. It is frantic. It is insane. The heavy metal rock music that goes on through that game is just cool as hell. It is genuinely a good shooter. If you like shooters and you haven't played that, you're doing something wrong. You need to get on that. And I think I'll probably finish that this weekend. And that'll be one down of the 4 in February. And the other game I've played is Banished. Now, have any of you heard of Banished before?
Heard of it and not played it.
Yeah, it came out a few years ago. I bought it in a sale. I think it said I bought it in 2014, and I installed it.
I was thinking it was a board game, but it's... Oh, is this all the other people that need to stay alive?
Sort of, yeah. But it's like a town builder.
Yeah, you have like 4 villagers that are in the wilderness, and you've got to help them build a town that doesn't die.
Maybe, yes. Yeah. I set it on easy because I died really, really, really quick on normal. So I set it to easy, and I got 10 villagers and some cattle.
Yeah, so I only ever play games on normal, and I found it really difficult to get anywhere with it. I'd have like people trying to build clothes to survive the winter, but then they run out of food because they spent all their time building clothes.
Basically,
if I got eating, then they'd all die of cold because they had spent too much time eating. And there's no way to balance it out.
Yeah. Basically, it's like, I mean, last week I was talking about Anno, and Anno is very much a city builder with like, like finance and industry is what you build on. This one is just basically a town builder. You are building a town to keep these people alive and have them like breed and make more people and become a big town sort of thing. And that's
How do people make more people? I don't understand.
I don't know. It just happens. It just pops up in the top corner. Someone's a baby has been born. I was
Just
all right,
like
very
in
good.
real life.
But where do they
Exactly.
come from?
I didn't ask anyone. It just happens. I wasn't looking for it.
We need to have a little chat, Pab.
Yeah. Well, maybe after the show.
Need to explain some stuff to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand either. Can I be involved in this chat?
No,
Yeah. I don't
you're
know.
not welcome.
People keep dying as well every now and again, and I don't know why.
Well, in theory, they should be unrelated, Pab, or else you really are doing it wrong.
It's 1 in, 1 out sort of system. I think in my town, it's like one person dies, one person comes in. That's how I'm running this city, town, whatever it is.
We built this city on death of the old. Is that your song?
Well done, Sheepdog. That was quite good.
I'm a lyrical gangster.
So I did it. I initially started it on normal, and I died really quick because I went, okay, what do I want houses?
You had a baby?
Built 6. I built 6 houses and went, okay, 1 for each of them. Then realised that you can fit about 20 in each house. So I wasted all my wood and all my supplies on building a load of houses that no one was using, and then everyone died.
I did that
starvation.
too, yeah.
Because they all come up with little house icons above there. So I went, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, and then realised that you could fit literally I just like huts with loads of beds in, and then I put it on easy, got some cattle, and then went right. Okay, go hard on the food. So I got fields, so started planting wheat, got a fishing dock, got a cattle ranch going there, so I can start doing that. I got a hunter's lodge, so that people can hunt. And then it's just slowly ticking over now. And then occasionally someone comes and wrecks my system where like I run out of firewood and then people start dying left, right, and centre, and then I've got to go and cut some trees down. I just kind of like it. It's just a nice. It's not like a stressful game. Like I say, I know we just got to a certain point where it was just stressing me out, where I was having to do too much stuff and juggling too many things and like trying to keep too many plates spinning. Whereas this seems just to be going on, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just doing this, doing that, watching it happen. Some people die, some people are born, and then there you go. I'll just cut some more trees down. I'll get some more fish, and I need that kind of calm because I can't handle these games when it gets all too technical. I don't know about you guys. I get stressed out and turn them off.
Just like I played this on 27th of December 2014 for an hour.
Sounds about right. Yeah,
and never went back.
Sounds right when I purchased it, because it said like purchased on this. I've never installed it, so I installed it.
I'd be surprised if you bought it for me, Pab. To be honest,
I might have done. There's a good chance I might have done. I don't know, but I was like, I
didn't buy me any of this. I did. Well, what's the happy hat, Pab? Why didn't I get a copy?
You wouldn't have played this.
Neither would
he.
You
did. He played an hour. That's better than most. No, you're right.
No, I know where I stand now.
No, to be fair, I'm looking down. I'm looking down my friend list, and I've played it more than most people I know who have it. And then oddly, there's Possible Llama and my friend Shelley who have played it for 67 and 75 hours. Each. And it's like, what the hell?
I imagine there's some stuff in that game that you can get down to, because there's some. But I'm just playing it basically. I'm just playing it like, oh yeah, there's some houses, there's some food, there's some clothes to keep you warm, what have you. I'm just getting on with it. But there is some stuff in there. If you dig into it, like you can start building paths for everybody. I was just letting them all roam wild across this like fields. And if you put paths on, they go twice as fast around everywhere. So I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So now I've got paths up there, and then I'm going to put a school in, I think, next time. That starts getting them educated. I think I put a blacksmith in the last thing I did.
Educated.
Is that the technical term? I'm sorry, Ed. You should know that thing, not me. Sorry about that. And yeah, that I don't know how it is. I mean, I've still played. That is all I've played basically. I've played the odd game of Overwatch, as I always do, just to keep my levels increasing on that. And that is all I've played.
Kind of monster only plays one game all week, eh?
Well, I know. Well, as you'll find out in the comic book section later on, you'll find out why I haven't played that many games. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I'm still photoshopping.
Oh, good.
It's coming along swimmingly.
Excellent. I look forward to this, seeing this picture.
Yeah, well, you'll see it. You'll see it tomorrow when my new series starts, which is a series about Total Extreme Wrestling, which is one of the games I've been playing this week. I finally took the plunge and bought the game. I think last week.
Oh, finally! You're not saying I made you bought it.
Well, I was in two minds on last week's show. I think that's how we left it. I wasn't sure if I liked it or not. I'm still not certain because it's by no means perfect. It's certainly no Football Manager, but I have been playing it every day for at least the last week, and I may have forgotten to go to bed twice because of it.
Is it the first one of it?
Huh?
Is it the first one?
No.
So has it been made before?
Yeah, it's been developed for the last 15 years. But it's just one fella who makes it. It's just one guy's little passion project.
Okay.
It's not like a big publisher or developer behind it. From what I can tell, it's a one-man team. He doesn't have any of the licenses. So his mate sits and does mods so that once he releases the game, people can go and download the real database that happens to fit in perfectly. So that they can get around all the licensing issues, I guess. But no, it looks very much like how Championship Manager looked in about 1994, graphically and sort of the way the menus and everything work. It looks like something you wouldn't ever dream of touching, but there's so much depth to it and awesome management-y stuff, and I'm just very much enjoying booking my little wrestling shows and getting ready to go to WrestleMania, and it's so much fun. It's the counter argument to all those people who say wrestling's fake, Yeah, and it is, and that's what's brilliant about this, because the only thing you're doing, it's not about whether you win or lose at the wrestling. It's about how much money you make and how many and how popular you get, how many fans you get based on the storylines that you come up with. So you set up your storylines, decide who's going to win, decide who's going to be your champion. If they're champion for too long, then fans start to get bored and drift away. And it's basically, it's a little bit like, what was that game we were all playing on the phone? The one that was just a button mashing, making lots of money game.
Yeah. No, Capitalist.
Adventure Capitalist. It's like that, right, but with wrestlers and slightly more depth. It's not just pressing random buttons, but it's really cool. Like I said last week, there's a demo you can download from their website, which is free. You get 2 months in game, and that'll be enough to get you 20 hours of gameplay out of it. It's that in depth booking the shows. There's older versions of it available completely free. You can download the mods on the trial version as well. And if you really want an introduction and have a look at how this game actually works, check out my YouTube channel tomorrow, where my first in a new series of me playing this game will appear, and you can have a little look at me still trying to figure out how it all works. But it's lots of fun. It's certainly been more fun than Football Manager's been this week, because Football Manager has been a pit of misery all week. I've spent 4.5 hours sat in my garage recording 3 15-minute videos because the game is broken. Manager reputation is broken. I don't want to throw too many spoilers out there for people who watch the series but aren't up to date with it, but Manager reputation is just horrifically broken. And it means when I move clubs, I can't get a decent job, and it kind of wrecks the goal of how my series works, because I can't just stay at one club. That's not the idea of it. But I can't move clubs, because every time I try to, I end up somewhere worse than I was before. So it's frustrating me a little bit. But
maybe they just know you, they've met you, and they don't really want you to work there.
Maybe. Someone did put in the comments it's because I keep bankrupting clubs, but I don't see what that's got to do with it. They should manage their own finances.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. On 2016, that happened to me a few times. They just kept saying, the last few clubs you've been at went bankrupt. And I just kept blaming it on the chairman and saying that won't happen this time.
But I'm a promotion machine. Clubs should accept the fact that I'm going to bring them success, that they just have to pay for it. And I can't get a job anywhere. It's mad.
Maybe you should stop bankrupting places for once.
Thing is, I haven't been. They've been going bankrupt before I arrived, and I just go in,
You sped it up a
use
bit.
the budgets that. Well, no, I just use the budgets I'm given, and lo and behold, they go bankrupt. Who'd have thought? But they were going to go bankrupt anyway. Their budgets were wrong. I'm only the manager. I'm not the chairman. If they give me
All right, Harry Redknapp.
if they give me £1 million to spend, what manager in the world would say, "Oh, actually, here, have £500,000 back. I don't think you
That's
can
a
afford
beggar.
this."
Yeah, someone who can see that the club can't afford it and is thinking about their future and wants to build a dynasty at the club.
Anyone who wants to build
You.
a dynasty is a loser. Who wants to build a dynasty at Blackpool? Anyway, I'm only interested in success and moving on.
I'd rather get Blackpool to be the best team in Europe.
That's
Than,
so boring when people do that.
just take,
So boring.
You're bored.
It is. It's just boring. It's win.
Oh, game's boring, mate.
It's not. It's fun. There's a wonderful story to it, and they're wrecking my story by taking out the realism, and it upsets me. I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to Sports Interactive about
It sounds like it's almost too real because they're not letting you have jobs after you bankrupted clubs.
But I didn't bankrupt Southend, and the best job I could get after 2 back-to-back championship winning seasons, the best job I could get was Hamilton in Scotland. I took them back into Europe, their best league position ever, won the Scottish Cup. The best job I could get was the team bottom of the French league. It's
Have you
Probably
stupid.
because your
contacted
reputation is still tarnished. Mine was tarnished for a while because I took over a team that was on minus 10 points. I didn't realise because they'd offered me a decent
But
wage.
the only
and-
team I did badly with was the French team. So I
Mhm.
shouldn't have had to have ended up there. And the only reason I
But
did
if
badly
you're-
with them is because both goalkeepers got injured and the transfer window was closed. I only had 3 months, so we got relegated because we had no goalkeeper.
You've always
and
got
that-
an excuse.
That
haven't
seems to be wrecking the entire
Hang on.
career.
Did you play without a goalkeeper?
Well, no, I had the youth team keeper in, but he was useless.
Oh, you didn't just
Was
play
he? Was
six
he
at the
terrific,
back?
Harry?
He was rubbish.
I bet he was terrific.
So what have you done about this? Anything or
I
nothing?
mean,
As in, have you contacted anyone after around your fellow YouTube
I moan about
alumni?
it. I moan about it a lot, and people get in the comments and say, "Yeah, Kev, you're right."
Oh God, you got a load of yes men in your commenters, have you?
Oh, no, I had a little swine in there this week. I finally
Did
had
you?
to block.
It's about time.
Someone did warn me that you get to a certain subscriber level and the swines turn up. They turned up this week. I had to block someone from the chat for the first time, or from the comments. Just
Was
for
it the
being a
same
tween.
person who you said had been listening for ages and all that? He just
Yeah.
called you the R word.
Yeah. Well, he didn't even call me it. He just used it, and I said, "Don't use that word here." And he said,
Oh,
"Why?
well
I'll
done.
do what I want." And I said, "Well, no, you won't. You'll not use that word here, or I'll ban you." "Well, I think it's fine. I'm going to keep using." Okay, you're banned.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Don't turn up in my chat throwing the word retard around. I won't stand for it. I
There
don't
you go.
stand for swearing. I don't stand for immature nonsense like that. So there.
Or ferrets. You don't want
I
ferrets.
like ferrets. Ferrets are great.
No, you've changed your tune.
Come around on ferrets, has he?
Love ferrets. Can't get
There you
enough of
go.
them.
No guns, no drugs, no ferrets. That used to be your
No,
old
that's
motto.
France you're confusing me with again.
Oh, God, I keep doing that.
So
Go smell of garlic.
I can't believe I've got away with talking about Football Manager this week.
It's entertaining. You basically said the game is unfair because you've got the reputation of a swine and you don't think that's accurate. And we all just said, yeah, it is.
What have you lot been doing? I want to sulk now. You were supposed to
I'm
defend
playing
me
FTL
the way
at
my
the moment.
yes men do.
Anyone?
I literally just said I was playing a game.
I've said what I've played. But you're playing FTL, are you?
Yeah, apparently they've
You
got a
think-
new city building game out as well.
Right.
I'm
What,
just
in
trying to find the name
FTL?
of it. No.
The people.
FTL devs announced Into the Breach, a turn-based game. Sorry, it's not a city building game. I misunderstood. Looks like Pacific Rim, apparently.
Oh,
That's what they used to
Interesting.
say about me.
did they?
What's this?
Okay.
All the time.
Yeah.
I got so fed up
Okay.
with people saying I look like the Pacific Rim that I just banned it from everywhere.
Oh, was this in
Okay.
your YouTube comments as well, was it?
Yeah. Kev, you're looking a bit like the Pacific Rim today.
Mm,
Banned.
Yeah, banned. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Well,
I've
do you
got
know,
a
just
taste
for
for
you.
it now. Love banning people. My new favourite.
Excellent.
Do you have like a
What's that?
ban hammer that you wave around?
I don't, but I'm getting one. It's on order. It's on order from Amazon, but I can't get it till the end of the month because Amazon are idiots as well. They're on my idiots list for the week. My bank card expires at the end of February. Amazon won't accept that, despite it saying 2/17 on my card. Apparently that means in Amazon land that it expires at the start of February. So they won't let me buy anything all month. I rang the bank and said, please, can you send me my card now? Amazon won't let me spend any money. And they just said, well, you spend too much on Amazon anyway, idiot. You can have your card. You can have your card in 3 weeks' time like a normal person.
Yeah.
So,
Can't you, I don't know, buy Amazon vouchers somehow in Tesco's?
I don't think it'll do me a lot of harm to have 3 weeks off of spending on Amazon.
No, but,
No.
you know, if you went into Tesco's, bought
Yeah, you could do
£1,200 worth of Amazon vouchers and then loaded them into your account.
He doesn't need to buy any more Amazon vouchers. He doesn't need to buy anything off Amazon. If I can't have cool stuff, he
Yeah,
can't
Kev,
have cool stuff.
I bought a soup maker off Amazon yesterday and a printer.
What on earth is a soup maker?
I don't know. Just they were good. I had soup for dinner and thought I want to make soup. Well, I want my wife
Is this
to
like
make me
your
soup.
ice cream maker all over again? You
Yeah,
had ice
I
cream
use
for
that now and
dinner
again.
and then decided you wanted that as well. You still
Mhm.
have ice cream for dinner on a regular basis?
No, I have soup now, and I'm having soup tomorrow when it arrives.
Yeah. So,
Very good.
almost as interesting as my bank card story. Have we really not played any games this week? Is this what we've resorted to? Someone said
John,
bring back
playing
Best Thing
FGO.
From earlier, and I think we're basically doing it by stealth.
I don't-
There's nothing to play. That's the problem. All I've played is old games because there's just.
I've played
There's
2
nothing I wanna
games this
play.
week.
Oh, well, look at you. But there is nothing out. Not for me anyway, so I've just gone back to
yeah.
Borderlands and the original Watch Dogs and just been going around there and doing my business.
What was it now?
Again.
So what is it? It's 3 weeks away now for the Switch, so I'm all
Oh,
ready
who
now.
wants one of them?
Me?
Yeah, we've still got one of them pre-ordered. Not that Amazon will be able to take the money for the damn thing. If they, in fact, that's an excellent point. If they try and take the money 3 days before it comes out, they're not going to be able to. We're not even going to get a new toy.
Oh,
I'm
well.
sure you'll survive.
Not
We'll
happy.
survive. We don't want it anyway.
I want
don't
it.
want it.
I want it so I can
Well,
flip
why?
it.
Oh, true.
I love flipping
They're
it.
not going to be as in demand as you know.
It's a Nintendo
But-
console. They always are. Lord.
I've seen people selling their pre-orders on eBay for like £150. So that's just for the pre-order.
That's insane.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
insane. Yeah. Wow.
But that's why I'm quite keen to not miss my pre-order. So Amazon are going to ruin my life. Although I can pre-order it on Amazon now. Hold on. Does it tell me a different delivery date? Let's click on it now. For
Probably
some
will do,
reason, it
yeah.
asks me... whenever I buy anything on Amazon, it asks me if I want to send it to Postman Gav.
Yeah.
Why?
That's nice
I
of
must
you.
have bought something
But-
and sent it
so-
to him at some point.
Anna, can you not see if Kev can now go on there and pre-order?
No, I
it,
can't.
then-
It's telling me I've hit my limit. I'm not allowed more than one.
I was going to say, if people were trying to buy one online, sell one online, doesn't mean they're going to get that money, does it? It just means
No.
someone stuck it on eBay for that price.
Oh, I don't know. I just seen pre-order selling of the Nintendo Switch. I was like, what? So that means you pay for their pre-order and then you pay for it again when it comes out. So it's weird.
People are stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm relying on that, which is why I want my pre-order.
How did you get on with your NES Classic?
Still
That's
in the
never been out
box.
the box.
That's still you've not even got rid of that yet. So you
No.
miss your window there.
Yeah, but I want that. I'll love that
Yeah.
when I've got time to play it.
No,
That'd be
you
great.
won't. We've had things like that before, and you couldn't get less for it. You're such a liar.
You probably barely played the NES as a kid, did you?
Oh, I loved it. I played it like 4 or 5 times, which is a lot for me.
Yeah, it's a good point.
4 or 5 times.
Yeah, but
My
then
friend
there was Football
big.
Manager, so I had to play that instead.
My friend oddly bragged about the fact he'd owned 4 different consoles in his life and asked if any of us had owned more than that. And we were all like, what? Are you high? He was apparently a bit tipsy, he said. But I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, who'd start bragging about owning 4? But then I rattled off a list of some.
I'm looking at 3 now.
I just
Well,
think four
that was-
in my eye line.
That was my first response. Was I've got 4 attached to my telly. Then I worked out I'd had something like 25 in my time. I think I'd get rattled off about 23 and then forgot about all the DSs I'd owned and started rattling them off. And I was like, bloody hell. Okay, that's, and I know someone like Dean, if he's listening still, can say
Why
like,
wouldn't he be? We're his heroes.
I hope we are. I just haven't heard from him in a while. I assume he's, too busy for us now.
Such a negative Nelly. I haven't told anyone that ever, I don't think. I like that. That might be new.
Write that down.
Yeah. Add that to the rotation. Things I call sheepdog.
So, have we watched anything this week?
I've watched The Best Thing from Nottingham. And I
I
tell you
watched that
what,
earlier too.
it's a really good film. I don't know how less than 300 people have watched it. I said to Anna, fewer people have watched this than watched me talking about there might be a snow day today on my vlog today. And that's disgusting. I might just re-release it on my channel.
Yeah, try
I think
that,
you
yeah.
should, because I watched it and thought there's loads of good jokes in that.
Yeah.
Just like the 4 of us. Sorry, I forgot how many of us there were. I wasn't counting myself. I wasn't counting myself there before anyone gets offended. I was like, Kev, Anna, and Pub, and that was funny. I thought I enjoyed that, and I know it's a bit of a big-headed thing to say, but no, I look.
It was
back
better than the show people paid to watch the day before. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a travesty that I don't understand. Why have so few people watched it? I just don't get the world.
Though.
Isn't it more likely, and I don't mean this in any kind of argumentative way, but you do kind of advertise your stuff a million times a day, whereas I think we just tweeted that one out at the time. Like,
I've tweeted it out
is.
today, and it's largely been ignored. I don't know how many people have watched it since I tweeted it, but for peak time Friday night, and I think it's still pretty much been ignored, apart from the people who've already seen it. I don't know. It just perhaps I'm going to stick it on my channel. I'll stick it on my channel over the weekend and see what happens. See if I can get a load of people saying, "Bring this back. This is the best thing I've seen all day." Some might say it's the best thing from. I'm not sticking it on that channel. I'm not mental.
Yeah, stick it on the Football Manager channel. See what they say.
I'm
What the
going
hell?
to stick it. I'm going to stick it on the other channel.
Yeah.
How many videos of us walking around football stadiums do you have? Can you stick them on your Football Manager channel?
I actually used the Gainsborough one when I was Gainsborough manager.
Did you consult my solicitor about my image rights?
I didn't.
Well,
you have no rights. You have no rights.
I suppose, unless I can confirm it's me and not the Pop and Fresh man. Currently, get away with it, can I?
Yeah, really, Sheepdog, you should be paying him for putting you in his video.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think of the celebrity. That was your moment in the sun, Sheepdog, being on that video.
Oh, well, there you go.
So Anna, have you talked about any games? Have you not played any games this week?
Not anything worth talking about. I got the original Watch Dogs.
The one with Anne Robinson.
Just been going through that again. Not ready to say on that. Still the same. Just running about. What else have I played? Some Borderlands again. Cause
1?
No, 2.
2.
Because I don't know how many times I've owned this game, but I have the Handsome collection.
Yeah,
so I've got it
yeah.
like, I don't know, about 6-7 times.
Yeah.
It's getting bones. I've got nothing that is new or exciting to talk about. Like, I had that Yakuza and I haven't been back to that because I just can't bothered. But I'm just waiting for new stuff, and I'll be happy then, and I'll be able to talk about new stuff. But I have been watching people play. Is it Neo?
Oh yeah. That is.
Yeah,
that is a Dark Souls game, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't play Dark Souls games. I don't mind watching them. I love watching these games, but I will not play them because I know they'll just frustrate me. Where I would smash things, so I don't play them. I stay away from them, but I like to watch them because I think they're entertaining.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I've just been just going around trying to play the DLC of Borderlands again and getting my bum handed to me because I am low level trying to do DLC. Shouldn't do that.
Did you play the pre-sequel, Anna?
Yeah, finished that as well.
What did you think of that compared to Borderlands?
Didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. There was just something off about it. There was just something not right about it, and I was like, I don't like this.
I finished it, and the end boss was so annoying because it was a boss then a boss.
Right.
But I just didn't like the way that it was. I've said this before at some point. The jokes don't gel very well because I think they were trying to be funny, but Australian funny. Like there was like I know they were meant to be jokes, but I was like, what? I can't reference that to anything because I have no idea what about your culture or anything. So it just went right over my head. So I didn't like it. I just want number 3 to come out. I'll be very happy when that day comes. Yeah. Hopefully 3 they'll go Borderlands 3 and I'll be beside myself with happiness. So I'll just play my old ones and save that. I did play the first one last week and it still works. It's still fine. It's a bit basic to what 2 and pre-sequel is, but it still stands up there as just go and shoot a lot of stuff a lot of times and be happy about it. So yeah, I just doing my old stuff for now and wait till Horizon Dawn comes out, which is 20 days away. Because I thought it was the 3rd that it came out, and it's not. It's the 1st, I believe.
Should be a Tuesday, yeah. That'd be the Tuesday, yeah. Because the Switch is on the Friday, which is the 3rd. So yeah.
Yes.
Tuesday, yeah. So there you go.
So,
and then what is it? 2 to 3 weeks? 3 weeks later is Mass Effect.
It's Mass Effect, and then we're into we don't know what's coming out after March.
There's so many games coming out in that time. It's frightening. It's frightening the amount of games coming out around that time.
But you just have to basically pace yourself. Like, I'm buying 2 games in March, which I know I'm buying, so I know I have to put that money aside. But if you stick to that, you're all right. It's when you start going, oh, I'll just buy this and I'll just buy that because it looks like fun, and then you're like, uh-oh, you get into trouble.
Definitely. I mean, fortunately, I've already paid for my Switch. It's already paid. It got paid off in November that's how I got that pre-order for £200 because they took the money immediately.
That was a bargain, then.
I was like, it was a big dilemma as to whether I keep that pre-order though, because like at the end of November, like going up to Christmas, I just lost £200 on a pre-order. But I stuck with it, and it did pay off. And I know all I've got to do is pay for Zelda when it comes out on release. It's all paid off, so it's ready to come. So I'm excited now. So 3 weeks away.
Have you ordered any games for it yet?
Yeah, I've ordered Zelda.
He just said that.
Did he?
I've ordered Zelda.
Getting any games, Pab?
No.
Perhaps I meant games that are new and different.
And good.
Don't be mean.
Zelda's crap.
Isn't it just a re-release of something else, didn't someone tell me?
I don't
Little Zelda in his green suit.
It's
That's not his name.
No, it's
believe,
Why is the
I
game
believe
named
that
after
was
him then?
deliberate on
Yeah.
Chipmunk's
Oh,
part.
okay. I was about to just come over there and slap him.
We'll do that anyway. That's always a good
Yeah, do
idea.
it anyway.
No, don't worry. Actually, I was about to say something. I thought I don't know what I'm saying. So let's
That's
crack
never
on.
stopped you before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there were no words were coming out.
Remember, I've
It
just
was
watched a video where you pretended to visit a castle and talked about it at length.
Yeah,
talk
I
your
was
matter
quite
away.
impressed with that. I was so impressed with that, and I think we all were quite good actors in that video on a lot of bits. There were some bits in there where I'm not even sure if I was acting, like the fact you went through at great length the fact there was a beach in Nottingham, and then you came up to me and I went, "Did you know there was a beach in Nottingham?" And you were like, "Yeah." And I just thought, yeah, you've just spent 10 minutes telling the camera that.
You are the worst cameraman in the world, though. The
Oh,
bit
I
where you're
enjoyed that as
filming
well.
Pab.
Yeah.
Goodness
I was
me.
going like, how do I zoom out? How do I zoom out?
I was actually shouting at the TV.
It's like, why did I release this? I was like, I don't know. You just wanted to.
It's funny, after about 45 seconds, I figured it out.
What's funny, though?
Right, I'm going to play a jingle. I defy any of you to stop me. Right, Pab, have you unwatched Doctor Strange yet?
Possibly, because I couldn't tell you what happens in that film right now if you ask me.
Good, that's the correct answer.
I really cannot think off the top of my head. There's a lot of psychedelic colours and visions and images, which is very cool, but that is about as much as I can tell you.
Well, that's all right then.
Yeah.
I almost went to see that,
Did you?
but it's not. It wasn't on, so I saw Arrival instead.
I almost went to see it, but yeah, of course it's not on. It was out in October.
Yeah, I said to my wife, "Let's go and see it," and looked online. And if you type
bought
in
the
online,
Blu-ray instead, because that's probably closer to being available.
Well, yeah, but if you type in Doctor Strange online, I just did it again to check that wasn't going nuts. If you type it in, it comes up with cinema times for it.
Yeah.
So I just thought that
old
stuff.
pages.
No, 13th of Feb, I can go and see it.
6th of March, it's out on Blu-ray.
I'll watch it then.
Man, has anyone watched any actual films then, rather than pretend ones?
Arrival.
What the hell's Arrival?
Oh,
Do you know what?
Yeah.
The premise to this film was a little bit mental. So, one of the world's best interpreters, language experts, should I say, basically gets asked to get involved in first contact with 12 alien spaceships that landed on Earth, and she has to go in with the military and meet the aliens and try and figure out how on Earth we're going to communicate with them. Which sounds bad. It sounds boring. Do you know what I mean? I was kind of like, this is going to be either really crap or oddly good. And I'd say it was oddly good overall. But I ended with so many questions because I just don't. I mean, I know it's a film, so it's not real. But what I wanted to kind of know was, if they're trying to say that she could sit and figure out the I'm just looking as well. That's out on DVD next week. Why was Showcase showing that? Why did I pay to see it? That's so annoying. Our local cinemas are mental. Right. Anyways, so I'm baffled. I lost my train of thought.
No. No, it's
So,
20th of March.
Oh, okay. I typed in.
It might be about digital. It might be out on.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she meets these aliens that are basically like octopuses. They communicate via squirting ink, and it's like a whole. So in a split second, they squirt out an entire sentence or paragraph of information, and you can interpret that and blah blah blah. But it was just I finished it and I was like, okay, that was entertaining for the time it was on, but I'm a bit like, well, none of this. If it was that simple to communicate with a completely alien species, then surely we would be talking to dogs and cats, and they'd be having conversations with us.
Dogs
And
and cats aren't aliens, you idiot.
yeah, but they're different species, aren't they? You know, it was just odd that they were just like, yeah, these are aliens, and we can try and communicate with them because they're different. I suppose they created a spaceship, so you got to assume they have some sort of intelligence. But it just sent me off down a rabbit hole then of thinking about communication and stuff. And there was lots of twists to the film that were very random and left field. And I mean, annoyingly, my mum was messaging me on Facebook, and I said to her I was watching it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, it's got a really random end." And I thought, "Oh great, I'm going to spend the rest of the film wondering about it now." But yeah, it was just like, "What? Okay, that's completely random." It's worth a watch. It's out soon on Blu-ray, so watch it on that. But yeah, worth it. I'm going to stop going to these time traveling cinemas that are very bizarre.
You should. Just stop. Did you get to play with the new recliny seats?
Our one didn't have any in. Are they only in some?
Are you sure you just didn't figure out how it works? Because it took me a while to figure out how they work. The button's basically inside the chair next to your leg.
Oh, Lego Batman movie's out tomorrow.
Right.
Might go
Get
see
into
that.
a puppy. Trying to have a conversation with a man, and he's just distracted and looking at the internet. You're a monster.
Julian's long halftime walk. What the hell's that?
I know, sheepdog, but glad we had this chat.
Sings out as well. Erin, are you there? I'm just talking to myself.
No, we can hear you.
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, but you couldn't hear me. Interesting.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Just didn't want to hear you. Have you watched anything then?
Anna, have we watched anything? We watched the whole of the Santa Clarita Diet. That's brilliant. Watch that.
They're not vampires, are they?
No.
Nope.
Told you.
I was just speculating from 3 minutes of watching it and the intro sequence. I knew nothing
I
about
haven't
it.
seen it, and I knew there were zombies.
Yeah, but you've probably read about it or heard about it. You
Nope,
do
I'd
things
never
like
heard
that.
of it.
You'd never heard of it, but you knew what it was.
Yeah.
You're such a lying dirtbag.
No, I saw the picture of it on Flicknet.
Which is more than I'd done.
I tell you what, while we're on the topic of zombies, that church you like to visit on the what's it called? The road near the town gate in. Don't walk down the side of that at night in the dark. I suddenly realised I was next to a graveyard, and I just couldn't handle it. I was walking along, thinking, if I see anything move, I'm just going to die on the spot of a heart attack.
Sheepdog, when I was a kid, that's where we used to hang out after dark. That's a perfectly
Jesus
acceptable place to be.
Oh, Jesus.
No torch, just staring at the ground, thinking if anything steps into the light, I'm going to attack it before it attacks me. My heart was pounding. It was horrible.
Why were you even down there?
Because I got on the wrong bus, all right?
Sounds about right, yeah.
Oh,
You're an
I've
idiot.
done that before.
Got onto the field, and even then I was panicking because I was walking along on a stony path, and then the stony path disappeared from underneath me, and it was dirt. I jumped a mile treading on that. Thought I was treading on the corpses of the undead. Oh, it's horrible.
There you go, Anna. In answer to your question, that's where I filmed the vlog the other day.
Oh,
I was
God.
hanging
What
out
vlog?
down there. The one where you said, "Where did you film that?" When I was just stood in a field with the camera in a tree.
Oh, yeah.
I was there.
That was so funny.
In that zombie apocalypse waiting to happen.
Yeah, it's awesome over there. Although you're not allowed to
You
let your
obviously
dogs off a lead. Dave wasn't
One
happy.
through it at 6:30 on a cold night.
I've done that loads of times.
No, you haven't.
I've done that
Not
drunk
like this.
loads of times.
No lights down there.
Yeah, exactly.
6:30 at night. What do
Exactly.
they think? People can't be expected to walk around in those conditions that late at night.
Such a big girl's blouse.
Petrified.
Anna, what else have we watched?
We get into a bit of Blacklist. Is that what we've been watching?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We've been watching some of that. So we got to about episode 6 of season 1. I believe there's 5 seasons. So
That's because we keep trying to watch Westworld, but it's so confusing that I think we might be giving up on it. We watched another
I
episode of
can't.
it last night. Episode 4 or 5 was it we watched last night?
5.
It's just annoying me that it's just so slow.
You need to push through. You need to push through because it
You
gets
shouldn't have
really
to,
good.
though, should you?
Yeah, but it's all literally you watch it all, and then all the pennies start dropping from the other, and you go, oh yeah, right.
When
okay.
do they start dropping? Because it's been 5 hours.
7.
Pub, if I gave you like a Subway sandwich and the first 6 inches were a turd and the other 6 inches...
It's
were
not
the
even
best
the other
Subway
6
sandwich
inches,
you've
though.
ever
It's a
had.
10-episode season. If it doesn't get good till episode 7, that means I'm only getting 3
No, to
good
be fair-
episodes.
I thought that. I don't quite. I'm not sure that I want. I want to like this more than what I do.
I'll
is
just
what I
keep
thought
eating
about it.
turd until I get to the
It's not
good
turd
stuff.
though. It's not bad though, is it? Let's be fair. It's not
I've
bad.
not seen
It's
it.
more
It's
like
just slow.
chewing your own arm because you
No,
don't
the
you don't really
production
know why
value's
you're doing
fine.
it. It's just weird.
It's
I
just,
like chewing
it's
my arm.
just slow. That's what it is. It's just slow and methodical in its presentation, but it is worth it. It is worth
It's
the
like
payoff.
a slow,
Yeah, but-
confusing version of Lost. The way they tell
Yesterday,
stories.
they were mentioning someone called Wyatt, and I was like, do we know a Wyatt? And then they just don't talk about it again.
is
You're like,
Yeah,
what?
but it's explained.
Okay.
It becomes you've just got to let it wash over you and let it just sink in, and then it'll all just click into place, and you go, I get it. Oh my god, that was amazing. The clues are there right all the way through the series, but you've just got once one thing falls in place, the rest of them will all just fall in place, and then you're like, this is amazing. You've got to watch it. Yeah.
Let's try it.
This is your one chance, Pab. If you get this wrong, you're no
People
longer
out there- people
allowed
out there will agree.
opinions.
People out there will agree with me.
Look, if you're that confident in it, accept my terms. If you're wrong, you're not allowed opinions anymore.
Don't be me, Kevin.
But you don't accept my
I
opinions anyway.
I caught up with the latest season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Kev. That's
Have they
become
finally renamed it to add my name into the title? Excellent stuff.
2 of the episodes in that were so on the line. I didn't like, considering their first ever episode is called "The Gang Get Racist." The first episode of season 12 was called "The Gang Turn Black," and they get struck by lightning, and everyone sees them as black people, even though they're white people. And it's a musical episode, and it was very much like Claire texted me from upstairs, going, "What the hell are you watching?" And I was kind of like, I'm watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Don't worry, the characters have just been turned black. And she was just like, whatever. Like,
So is this on Netflix then? Because I'm massively behind with this.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I started watching it again recently.
It was a good episode, but then the other one was called Hero or Hate Crime, and it's Danny DeVito calls Mac the slur for gay people that begins with F. He says, "Oi, F," because a piano's about to fall on his head. And then he's saying that he's a hero for saving his life because he alerted him, whereas Mac's saying it was a hate crime because he called him the F word. And then they're all fighting over who gets to keep a lottery ticket in a court of law. And it was just very random. But again, it just kept being really risque with what constitutes a hate crime. They were saying, what would you say to the judge if she was the one that called you? What word would you shout at her? And it was like this black judge, and I'm just like, don't say anything. And I was trying to explain this to my colleague that it's not normally like that, but it was very like, don't say the word you want to say, please, but other than those moments of just feeling like they snuck over the line or were on it, the rest of it was really funny.
Splendid. I think I'm like 2 seasons behind at least, which is troubling.
I've only got 2 seasons left of Peep Show. I didn't realise there were only 6 episode seasons. I said to someone, I'm on about season 5, and then when I started it back up, I'm on episode 2 of season 7.
Well, isn't that silly?
I'll probably finish that tonight. It's so short.
Yeah.
Any more on telly or movies, or is it Anna's favourite part of the show?
I
I
don't.
don't think I have a favourite part of the show.
You do. You love comics.
Well, that's a bit harsh.
No, I've not watched anything particular. No, I lie. I started watching Father Ted again.
Down with that sort of thing.
Exactly. I've got them all on DVD, and instead of booting the Xbox up and watching it on DVD, I thought I'll watch it on 4OD. Damn, that is an annoying service, isn't it? When you I've got to watch 3.5 minutes worth of adverts. I was like, I could just put the DVD in and watch it.
Yeah.
I was like,
To
I
be
just
fair,
wanna
it's
watch it on
better
my
than
iPad.
Sky, where they like to remind you that you're watching it on Sky.
Yeah, but you can fast forward that.
Not on the
And it
iPad, you
says,
can't. It's horrific.
Yeah,
And
I don't like the. I don't like that.
I
don't
asked
like
my
the
friend who works for Sky, why do you remind people they're watching Sky, and why do you remind people the channel that they're watching the playback of? And he was like, because people are really thick and they need us to remind them 6
Was
or
that
7
an
times.
official statement from B Sky B?
Well, I don't know. But he was just like, you'd be surprised how dumb people are. Before we did that, no one went and found it at the normal time on the normal slot and everything. Whereas since we started telling people, watch it on Sky, find it on Sky Atlantic, they've started tuning in to watch it on Sky Atlantic. And I was just like, I hate the world. They shouldn't cater for dumb people. They should just let them all fall into the sea and drown.
You're really nice, aren't you?
He's a monster.
Why should they drown?
Because they're too stupid to swim.
Darwinism,
No one told them to swim.
No one clever will roll into the sea and drown as a result of these adverts disappearing.
Let's see.
So there we have it.
Interesting.
Anna, do you want to talk about comics with us?
No,
Sure.
don't read them.
You should.
But you won't allow me to read them the way I'd like to read them.
That's not true. I've said you can read that one in your weird way now.
Yeah, but I want to read all of them.
How does she want to read it?
She wants to bend the spine.
Well, let her then, you
I've got
moron.
small hands.
I have a collection. You can't bend the spine on a collection. That's perverse.
But I
Get
can't
her.
hold it the weird way you hold them. Can't read it like that.
Hang on, how do you hold them then, Kev?
I put my reading gloves on, and then
Right.
I open them very delicately so that there's only just enough room to let the light in, but you don't bend the cover or the spine. And then I read out the digital code that's inside the cover, put that into my iPad, and then read it on there.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
put the
I
book
don't
on
like.
the
I don't like
shelf.
bending. Do not like bending. So a friend of mine got me the Vision book for my birthday, and he gave it to me. He said, "I got some bad news for you." I said, "Oh God, here we go. What?" And he said the postman just jammed it in his letterbox and it all bent. I was like, "Oh God."
I'd just throw it away and get a new one.
No, I couldn't do that. I was like, I read it, and I enjoyed it. So there we are.
Did it feel dirty?
I was always thinking that big crease at the back of the book there. I was like, damn it. But it is what it is. It's a postal service for you.
I'd sue him.
I wish I could.
You could.
But I don't know who. I'll try.
I'll represent you.
I'll look, I'll look
write a
into
letter.
it.
Sue Postman Gav. I've got his address on Amazon.
Have you?
Yeah.
We send him a note.
Postman
Sue, yeah.
Gav and his black and white cab.
Yeah. This is how we know if he still listens, because
Yeah.
he'll know if the summons is coming and he can flee.
Yeah. Yeah. Let us
I don't
know.
think any of these old names listen today. Gibber, he's probably long gone. Worcester.
What do you mean? Gone.
You calling people out, Sheepdog, for not listening
Yeah, I am.
anymore.
Roll call.
Not for not listening. I'm just, naming people I don't think do. So, I don't know.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Pumba's too busy snorting half a Norfolk to listen this week.
What?
Don't worry. Just wait till it appears on the news and you'll know what I mean. I'm not explaining that one away.
I know exactly what he means. Oh,
I don't.
Gosh.
I don't know what's happening here.
Sheepdog.
Don't
that's
ask any
I was gonna
questions.
say it's a
Do
little
not
bit of
ask.
a mild
Just do not
allegation.
ask any
I
questions.
might be hearing from Pumba's legal.
I think he'll be more likely just to cave your face in, surely.
He'll be like, what? And then you just see him, there'll be a hole in his wall, and all you hear is a plane flying towards Norfolk, and then him jumping out.
Wow.
Anna, where can people find you on Twitter?
I'm at Miss Lelujo.
Splendid. Well, we're going to talk about comics now. So
Okay.
you trot along and do whatever ladies do.
I'm going to take my makeup off and watch some TV.
See, lady stuff.
That's about right. Women, eh?
Toodle pip.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye,
Anna.
you two.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Right, now it's time for a quick game of Pab is wrong.
Pab is wrong. Okay.
Pab is wrong.
Right.
I set out to prove you wrong this week, sir. So I retrieved the Vision from my shelf.
Oh yeah.
And I've read the first trade. I've not read the second one yet. It's
Okay.
absolutely brilliant. What is the matter with you, sir? I ask
me,
respectfully.
This is going to sound stupid. It felt very robotic to me.
They are robots.
I
Pab.
know, but that's what I didn't like about it. That is what I didn't like about it. Other than that, it was all right, but like I say, it just felt very. I don't know.
So you're
I don't
telling
know,
me they got the characters spot on, and that troubled
Maybe.
you?
Yeah, it just wasn't for
That's
me.
a
That's
renowned robotist, isn't he?
like I say, I don't know. Actually, they're not robots anyway. They're cyborgs or whatever they call them.
Right, you're a cyborgist then.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just. I think
Yes,
that
I am.
everyone just overhyped this too much. Everyone built it up something that it just wasn't in the end. I'm not saying it was bad.
superb. It was absolutely superb.
Yeah, but it's
And-
no Paper Girls.
No, but for a big 2 superhero book, it takes some beating.
But everybody that I know, I follow on Twitter regarding comics, that everyone says this is the series to read. This is what is, and I had it on that sort of level of.
It's
like,
the same with Red Sun, isn't it? Everyone's been saying that's their favourite comic, and I'm reading it thinking it's all right. But...
Yeah, that is basically. I don't necessarily dislike it. I just think that it's been built up too much for me. That is it. But yeah, I didn't dislike it, but
Well,
Anyway.
do I have to play the tape back to you from last week's show when
Right.
you said you disliked it?
it's not. Dislike is a bit harsh, realistically.
I thought that at the time.
It's just that it's just very, like I said, it's just overhyped for me. It got built up too much for me, and I expected something far more than what it actually was. And yeah, anyway,
Have you got the
I'm,
second one?
I've not got the second one, no. But there's only 12 issues, isn't there? So I'll
Because
probably
I
will
hear
pick
on
it
the
up.
grapevine that the second one has some interesting developments in it.
To be fair, when it finished, I did want to actually read the next book. I was like, oh, right, okay, that seems interesting. I'll see where it's going. So I probably will. I'll pick it up definitely because, like I say, it's 12 issues. It's worth it for that.
Splendid. That's all right then. As long as you're going to get it,
Yeah.
I will allow you
Yeah,
to continue
yeah.
to have opinions.
Good, thank you.
It's all
I
right.
got
very
a
much.
True Knight, a True Batman story. One of you
Oh, yeah.
two was talking about it, weren't you?
We
It was
both
Pab.
talked
Yeah,
about
with
it.
both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Superb.
about halfway through. It's very interesting. It's different, of course, but I'm intrigued to see where it goes next, sort of thing. I need some time to sit and read it properly. I kind of lay there in bed trying to read a couple of pages before I fall asleep.
Yeah.
But it is very different.
Yeah, it's very real, isn't it? It's very yeah. It's like in this world sort of thing. It's very heavy as well, isn't it? At times.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's life seemed pretty horrible, to be honest. You know what I mean? It's like, some people have really, really depressing, empty lives. So yeah, it's interesting seeing how comics have changed that. But I know I'm a little bit behind because you guys, as I say, already read it. But it was on a list of mine, and my wife got it for me as a nice little present. And yeah, it's interesting.
Good.
Splendid. I'm trying to think if I've read anything else this week. I don't think I have. I think I was just ploughing through the Vision. So that's me for the week. So, Pab, you mentioned you've not been playing games because you've been reading something.
Right. So this week you say you've read 6 issues of basically one trade paper. I've read effectively 16 issues this week. Because someone on Twitter pointed out that I'm one of the reasons that they got Preacher book 1. And I went, oh yeah, Preacher. Forgot all about it. I'd stopped reading that. So I read the first 2 books. So I ordered the third one there and then, and I read all of that this week. And it's one of the few times that I have actually come in and not been, I come in to read a comic book rather than go on my computer and play some games. I mean, you're not going to remember what book 3 is about now, are you, realistically?
Not specifically. I just remember the whole thing's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, book 3, there is a large amount of it about, is it Saint of Killers?
Yeah.
Sounds right, doesn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's its whole story, and then this is basically the whole story that is played out in the TV series. You didn't watch it all, did you?
No.
Or did you?
No.
I did in the end.
Oh, yeah. All of that is played out. All of this is his story to how he came to be is played out in the TV series. So I kind of knew what was going to happen with that. But it was cool where he gets to he basically makes hell freeze over, which I thought was kind of cool. And then there is basically the second half of the book goes into the bit with where he gets hypnotized with a snake. If you remember that bit. I think I say no. Yeah, there is a bit where he's looking to find out how to basically get into Genesis' mind, sort of thing. And he goes to a guy in New Orleans who can hypnotize people, and he uses a gigantic python. And there is obviously then, I don't know whether this goes on further because it stopped. There's a certain point where there is not a love triangle, so to speak, but Cassidy has made his intentions clear, shall we say.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, that is book 3, and I do like just periodically just getting one of them books and just reading through it, really just in a quick succession, and I just pick it up straight away, and I remember it all quite well. So I have read all of that this week. That's 12 issues, and the other book I read is Scooby Apocalypse. Have you seen any of this stuff? Scooby Apocalypse.
No.
Relatively new. So DC did a whole range of Hanna-Barbera books, didn't they? They did the Flintstones.
Yeah.
They did Scooby-Doo and Johnny Quest, I think. They're doing they're still doing the runs. And the first book came out last week. I tell you what, I quite enjoyed it. It's just a whole different take on Scooby-Doo. So basically, as the title will tell you, there is an apocalypse, and this ragtag bunch are thrown together by basically Velma's some scientist in some lab. Daphne is a mystery reporter on some cable network, and Fred is the cameraman, and Shaggy is some sort of dog walker who works in this lab. He works in the same lab as Velma, but they are looking at smart technology for dogs, that's what makes Scooby talk and stuff like that. And I was like, well, that's an interesting way of making it seem that sort of real, if you know what I mean. That Scooby
Legitimate,
talk. Yeah. And I was like, well, that's all right. And they kind of go into a way of explaining how. I don't know. I'd liked it. They're trying to make it seem more realistic instead of a cartoon. But yeah, it's still just as colourful. They still throw the odd catchphrase in there every now and again, and they keep asking why does Velma keep saying jinkies all the time? And I was like, yeah, okay, that's kind of cool. She said that quite a lot in the cartoons, if I remember rightly. But yeah, I just kind of liked it. I like the look of it. It's a really cool art design. I mean, Shaggy looks like some sort of hipster dude with some weird twizzly mustache and a long beard. Something like you fancied, Kev, wasn't it? Like a twizzly mustache. Yeah, that's what he's got, one of them. And I just kind of, I don't know, I was drawn to it. I think the art style's cool, and I liked the story in general. So yeah, it's really cool. And like I say, that's another 6 issues I read that. So that's 18 issues. Oh no. 6 and 12. 18.
Good maths.
18 issues I've read. There you go. That's probably one of the most I've read. I've not read that. I didn't read that many when I was on the keeping on schedule with all the DC stuff that was coming out. So that's insane for me. Like I say, that's why I've not played that much games really. Realistically, been busy.
That's marvelous. You need to get that finished. You need to get on with it.
What?
Finishing the whole of Preacher.
Yeah,
it's worth finishing and getting through.
It's insane though. It is insane. I can't help myself. So let's take you on a story. Take you on a journey here. Last week I went to the bank.
Time and space?
No. Last week I went to the bank to cash a check. I thought I'll go to Manchester.
Oh, time travel, eh?
Yeah, I went to the bank to cash a check. So I went to come out of the bank. I went, oh, let's go to the comic book shop. I spent 50 quid in the comic book shop. No more than that because
sounds reasonable so far.
Yeah, but I have probably at least 12 to 15 books that I've got since Christmas.
Stop buying books that aren't Preacher and just finish Preacher.
Yeah, I know. I'd forgot all about Preacher until someone pointed out to me that they'd got Preacher. They blamed me for buying Preacher. I went, oh yeah, I got to Preacher, but I did. I don't know if you've seen this anyway. The Image have got the 25-year thing going on, haven't they, at the minute? So in the Forbidden Planet in Manchester, they had a big sale on. So all the first books were like £6 each. So I now have The Wicked and the Divine, Volume 1.
Excellent.
And I have Saga Volume 1, which I owned.
Saga, you'll get sucked into. The Saga.
Yeah,
Saga's awesome.
Like, Brian K. Vaughan, isn't it? I'm like, it's another bloody Paper Girl all over again.
I've actually put off getting the new ones of that because I binged them for whatever meant. How is it, like 30 odd, 35? I think.
Is that how many? Oh yeah,
I
that's
think.
Good, though, for
and
me.
Then I just thought I'm not going to read anymore until there's another 20 or so because I got really into it for a week.
Yeah.
I kind of went all the way through Saga, all the way through Preacher, all the way through Why the Last Man. I just started stacking them up, and at the moment I've got so many on the go, it's ridiculous. And I'm halfway through all of these. So I'm being halfway through the Dark Knight Batman story. I'm also halfway through Superman Red Sun and halfway through Sandman Volume 2, and I've got The Wicked and Divine sat there. I've got Identity Crisis sat there, and it's like I need to just sit. And I've still not finished the Squirrel Girl beats up the Marvel Universe. I just keep starting stories, getting halfway through them, and then starting the other story I've got in my pile, and it's like, I need to sit and do them.
Oh, yep. I also got Civil War 2 as well. Forgot about that. Which is a massive book. It's a massive book.
It's not worth getting though. I finished it. I'm like,
does the last 20 pages arrive 3 months later than the rest of the book?
I don't know. I got this from. I ended up getting this from HMV actually. They had it in HMV. Didn't have it in Forbidden Planet. They had
it'd be those con artists, wouldn't it? I bet it was sniggering as you bought it.
It was the same price. Same price as it was on Amazon. So I was like, well, there you go. Then I can't complain at that.
Yeah, but at least Amazon can't look you in the eye while you buy it from them.
I don't know. They're not so bad.
No,
anyway,
I have all the shops I wish would go bust. HMV are the one that need to just fall off the face of the planet.
So yeah, I got it from there because Forbidden Planet they only had the hardback version, which annoyed me because I was like, I'm not paying 45 quid for it.
Well, yeah, but they're actively trying to put you off buying it. They're saying, look, we're going to price this high. You know, if you want to buy it, you're obviously a lunatic, so we'll take you £45.
Yeah, but this one cost me 16 quid, the standard version. I was like, I
bet they're still nudging each other and laughing about it back at HMV now.
Well, only as much as Amazon would be laughing at me, but if I'd have ordered it off Amazon, it's not out for another 2 weeks. So,
see, they're trying to stop you from buying it as well.
Yeah, I had it ordered on Amazon, but obviously won't get it now because Amazon are evil.
That's a good point, Kev, that you're not going to get it now, are you?
Nope.
Damn.
Why were you getting it anyway? I mean,
to sit on the shelf.
Yeah, it's got
but you don't want to remind yourself how bad that was, do you?
It was all right. It was just lame.
It was lame. It was really weak.
People
I felt
the same
disappointed
thing about me.
Like, I'm not being an anti-Marvel monster. Like, they have some excellent stories, and they have, their cinematic universe is the best cinematic universe, and their TV universe is very, very, very good, and almost as good as the Arrowverse. But yeah, that was just a really weak story compared to the original Civil War.
Well, I'll soon find out, won't I?
Yeah, if you disagree,
after I read one as well.
Is it all the intertwining bits? I only read the specifics of
It's basically the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5. 10-ish, 10 issues. No, I can't be right. 0, 1.
Is there only 8, Kev, or is it 6? I can't remember
There
now.
are 8 issues,
no,
but
8 or
there is
9.
there is 8 issues, but there's also a 0, and there is a free comic book day one as well.
Yeah.
The
So there
free
is,
comic day one doesn't have much in it, though. I read that.
The
yeah.
free
So
comic book day one has the main part of the first part of the story. It's a massive plot point.
Oh, no, actually, I'm thinking of another thing. Yeah, I have read it. I have read the free comic book day one because they had 2 Marvel ones on that day, but one of them was basically just a character catalogue of some kind, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
It's all right then. I'll allow it.
Jolly good.
yeah. There you go.
Is that your lot then? Are we done?
I think we are.
Can I go back in the house? I'm wearing shorts in the garage and it's been snowing today.
Shorts?
Looking back, it was a bad idea. No, they're regular length shorts, not monster.
Who wears short shorts?
I wear short shorts. I'm just not wearing them now. Silly bear. Right. Are you aware, boys and girls, that you can follow us on Twitter at MGUK Podcast and you can follow me at Lelujo?
And I'm at RB6K.
And I'm at Pab1986.
And you can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/MatureGamerPodcast. And while you're faffing around on the internet, it would be remiss of me not to remind you to check out my YouTube channel, especially my new wrestling video that will be out later on today. Watch
And the
it.
best thing from stuff, of course.
Oh, yeah, that'll be on the vlog channel over the weekend at some point. Splendid. Is that it then?
Toodaloo.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Bye-bye,
Have a good
everybody.
week. Bye.
Thanks for listening, folks. Bye-bye.